Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy KJ, the host of the Broadcast Podcast, SL Sports Language, giving you the livest, latest news about different sports and events. And I'll put it to you like this. You got an opinion, you can debate me about it. You disagree with what I say, you can debate me about it. Hold on, wait a minute. If you don't like what I said, debate me about it! Speaking of debate me about it, put it in the comment section. Hold on, the comment section, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, so you can get your latest news and information about sports on SL, hosted by KJ, Sports Language. We made it, y'all. We made it to 500 subscribers. I repeat, 500 subscribers. I just want to say thank you to everybody. Hold on. Thank you to everybody. Hold on. Thank you to everybody. Hold on. Thank you to everybody. Thank you for everybody that's watching. Thank you for everybody that tuned in and that's still gonna tune in, because there's more great content on the way. I just appreciate everybody who, you know what I mean, took the time with me, especially with me starting this journey, taking YouTube serious this time. Yes, I repeat, serious this time, because, you know, I'll be so up and down with YouTube, you know what I mean? And mark my words, you guys are going to be seeing me way more often, and for good reasons, for great reasons. And I'm just thankful and grateful, you know what I mean? First and foremost, I want to thank God, the one up above, not the one below. I want to thank my Heavenly Father. Second of all, I'm just grateful for what you guys have been able to let me express myself. And, you know, I just want to give a word of advice, you know what I mean? Even though I don't want to be in competition with y'all, please. I'm trying to make it too out here, KJ. Leave some room for KJ, because I'm going to make some room too. But, you know, when people tell you don't wait for a perfect time to start, man, do it. And that's really the truth. You know, when I started doing this YouTube, if y'all remember, and probably just only my family members or some high school peers of mine, but when I started around in high school, this was during like COVID 2020. I would put out a couple of videos, and then at one point I stopped. Then during college, I think around 2021, I put out a video, then I stopped. Like, I was so up and down, I was so inconsistent. And then I would come up with these. At first, I would come up with reasons why, right? I would come up with reasons like, okay, I don't got a camera, or I don't got equipment, or how could I set up my phone to make it look professional, or I don't know how to edit. Or even at the college, you know, graduated from FAU, shout out to the Owls in Boca Raton. At the college, I would be like, all right, I know how to edit a little bit. I know how to do A and B roll. I know how to conduct an interview a little bit. You know, I got the personality, but I think I'm still right at the right time. I think I'm still right to get a camera, or still right so I can afford Adobe Premiere to pay monthly to edit. And, you know, now that I realize, bro, those are just excuses. You know, even though sometimes I kick myself in the head, I wish I would have started earlier. I wish I would have been consistent earlier. But I'm just so grateful because I came far. And this is only within 1 month since I got back on YouTube. You got to remember, I started in July 22nd. And now it's August. And I'm already halfway, almost to 1,000. And I will reach that goal. So, by the way, after you watch this video, road to 1,000 for Sports Language. You know what I mean? It's going to get to a point where Sports Language is going to be nationwide, nationally known, and nationally respected. And with a host like me, you know, after college, I guess you could say I was blessed to have this vision, you know what I mean, to where I wanted to start this kind of content. And the reason why was because I always wanted to be a sports commentator. I always wanted to be the next Stephen A., Bomani Jones, Dick Vitale, Craig Sagar, rest in peace, Stuart Scott, rest in peace, Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Ahmad Rashad, you know, Dan Le Batard, highly questionable, Michael Wilbon. I always wanted to be those commentators, analysts, reporters, anything dealing with reporting, even if it wasn't about sports, just to get my foot in the door. But now, with the odds stacked against this generation, not to make any excuses, y'all know what the deal is, you know what I mean, with certain colleges and certain degrees, and you got a network, and you're looking for an internship, they want you to have at least 3 to 4 or 5 years of experience, but it's like, I'm coming to y'all for experience, so that doesn't make any sense. Then, you know, one day it'll be a story time. Wait, when I make it to be successful. One day I'm gonna give y'all a story time, but one time, by the grace of God though, with my coworkers who eventually became my friends, y'all know who y'all are, and my mother, you know, like I was almost caught up in a scam. like doing door-to-door sales. Like, I was so desperate to do an internship. I'm like, okay, I'll do this, and they say they're gonna pay me based on how many sales I'm making. You know, don't fall for that. I just want to let y'all know, if there's an internship and it only requires commission, okay, you can do that even if it's not a scam. But it was a scam because it was a pyramid scheme. You know, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time when I'm at the place where I want to be. But, you know, don't be too desperate. That was my problem, being too desperate. And man, it got to a point where I'm like, you know, and I'm still am, but, you know, 9 to 5. Now they telling me, oh, well, KJ, you got to work a 9 to 5 and while networking to at least save up enough money to pay your bills or to pay car insurance or to pay this and that and the third until you make it. And then they saying you'll reach the fruits of your labor by your late 20s and early 30s, which still may be the case. And for advice to older people, you know what I mean, especially for my young men out there, sorry to the ladies, but to the ladies too, but for my young men out there, man, like, you will make it. You know what I mean? If you can't find motivation, and even with me, you know what I mean, I'm still trying to find motivation and put in work. But for one, be consistent. For two, look back on this video on what I'm about to say. But bro, like, believe it or not, and I heard this quote once, it kind of sounds corny, but I think it's true, man. If you set yourself up, you stay fit, get a good career job, become independent, bro, before you know it, your life really begins in your 30s. Your life, some people say your life begins in your 40s in terms of the adulthood. Like, bro, you will make it. You will be somebody. You just got to stay fit, stay out of trouble. Don't always fall into temptation. You know, I'm not perfect. We weren't born in this world perfect. And, bro, you keep going, you will reach your goals. You know what I mean? You chase opportunities, you know, the opportunities will gravitate to you, and that's what I'm trying to do. Network, chase opportunities, you know what I mean, until I'm at the position where I want to be. And man, I'm just so grateful putting out this content. And I say that to say this, you know, when I stop making excuses, when I stop, you know, saying to myself, oh man, I'm gonna just wait for this and that and the third, people, there will never be the right time. Even when it comes to your health, oh, let me just eat this day and then I'll wait till next week to go to the gym. The gym gonna always be there, but guess what? Are you really gonna get up and put in the work and get on that treadmill? Are you really gonna change your diet? Stop waiting until next month. I used to be so horrible. I used to be like, oh, I'll wait till next month. Next month comes, oh, I'll wait till next week. Next week comes, oh, man, I'm gonna do it. Then you do it, but then you fall off the wagon. You know what I mean? That's another thing. When you fall off the wagon, you got to get back on and keep pushing and keep pedaling. Don't fall off the wagon and then just go off to back to where you was, which was a bad place in your life, or bad health, or bad habits, whether it be eating habits, procrastination, no self-determination, no self-motivation, trying to look for that motivation unless you push yourself, and then the motivation to keep coming. Believe it or not, as long as you push yourself, that's gonna motivate you when you see the results. So seeing these results of me reaching 500 subscribers within a month, like, man, like, that's pushing me to go harder. That's pushing me to push out more content, even with just a cell phone. Because when I take off, I'm gonna go from a cell phone to editing to a whole, you know, software. You know what I mean? To venturing out to other things. And like I said, I'm just grateful for you guys, because without you guys, I would not be here. Without you guys, I would not keep pushing this content out here, because that means you guys are listening, you guys are sharing, you guys are liking, you guys are really liking my content, and I can see that through my shorts. You know, based on the YouTube analytics, like, the shorts are really gravitating to you guys, which is the time of era that we're in. But you know what I mean, just the shorts alone is just showing me how I'm really picking up people's eyes and ears. And then the full video is to get your ears. And you know, me, you know, making it debatable. Like, when I say debate me about it, I really mean that. Like, debate me about it, because I want to bring that debating era back. I want to bring that opinionated back. Like, everything is so nowadays with sports commentating and sports analysts and sports reporting. Everything is so, like, bunch of gimmicks. Like, they say the same thing. Like, they talk about one team for the whole season just because of this certain player. They talk about this one player for the whole. No, let's talk about multiple topics and let's give opinions about it without somebody being butthurt and without disrespecting others, and having open dialogue. And that's what my channel is about, man. Just giving opinions. And when I started this thing, man, like, I want to really take it serious. That's why I did the whole rebranding. You know what I mean? I rebranded the name, the logo, and me, like I said, I know like my videos aren't going to be clean cut, but even with the thumbnails, getting y'all attention by the certain like thumbnails, by what players, instead of just my face only. You know what I mean? And learning what to do and what not to do, and I'm still a sponge at this, but I'm still gonna keep going, taking research, you know what I mean, and breaking it down. The beginning of the video, a little bit of facts, then on the other second half of the video, opinions, you know what I mean. Or some videos are just gonna be fully opinionated, and then some videos are gonna be fully facts, and then some are just gonna be that good half and half, like that good half and half pizza. Even though y'all need to lay out the pizza, no cardiovascular disease over here. Y'all gotta have good heart health. You heard it from me first. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, like I feel like we can all do this together. We in this together. You know what I mean? And I just want to get right and to be a good influence on y'all physically, mentally, you know what I mean, and possibly financially, but also too to put out good content, put out great content to where, you know, you have a day off, or you just come home from work, or you want to listen to some news about your favorite athlete, about your favorite team. I got you, and I make it fun and innovative because I want you to be looking at me and watching me, and I want you to be reacting to me, but also pausing like, KJ said this, but man, I don't know about that. KJ said that, but I don't know about that. Oh, I agree. Oh, okay. Like even in the comment sections, like my last video about Patrick Mahomes on this revenge tour and possibly going to be unstoppable this upcoming season based on what happened to him in the Super Bowl. And the conversation, I had 2 people saying that's cap, that's big cap. And I'm not offended by that. Like, I like that. Like, okay, if you disagree with me, say that then. If you feel some type of way, say that there then. If you got something to say off your chest, say that there then. Say it then. Because you interact with me. You watching and you interact with me. Hate me or love me. You know what I mean? I want you to listen to me and hear what I'm saying. So yeah, man, I mean, I'm just grateful. Road to 1,000. We're gonna keep pushing. Tell your friends so they can tell their friends, so they can tell their friends, so they can watch me on the weekends and sometimes on the weekdays, and you know, debate me about it, debate your friends about it, debate your family about it. I wanna hear somebody say, oh man, did you hear that young man KJ on Sports English? He said this, that, and the third. What y'all think about that? And then that'll bring up more audience, because then the person can be like, huh? Hold on, let me look them up. So just you know what I mean? Keep putting me in the algorithm. Thank you, and I'm appreciative. And God bless you guys. You know what I mean? And I'll put it to you like this. It's your boy KJ, the host of the Broadcast Podcast, SL Sports Language, giving you the livest, latest news about sports. And I'll put it to you like this. You disagree with what I say, you can debate me about it. You got an opinion, you can debate me about it. Hold on, wait a minute. You don't like what I said or say? Debate me about it! Speaking of debating me about it, put it in the comment section. Hold on, the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. So you get your latest news and information about sports and events. It's your boy KJ. Thank you again, and I'm out.